Good morning, everybody. Cheryl here with Inked Pulp, and we're back. I want to play with these papers today that we made yesterday. I think that'll be fun. I was thinking one about taking this negative and sort of just putting it down, and then doing some decorating inside of the flowers. And then I wanted to play some with the flowers. Got them all punched out here. And remember, I had this one that I had sort of outlined. So we can do some more little outlining, put something right in the middle. Good morning, Clint. Good morning, Marie. Good morning, Cheryl. You guys are right on task. So I thought we'd play with these little papers a little bit. And what I'm thinking is that we can put this down, glue this down real good to a background. And then if we want to cut it into, like little tags or something, we could do that. But I need your help because I've got 3 different backgrounds that I like. And I don't know. I have 2 that I really like, 1 that I don't like, but sometimes, hi, Nydia. Sometimes you guys like stuff that I don't like. So let's just jump right into it and take a look. I've got this kind of green background. It's got a little patterning on it, and it's got a little bit of green. I like that. I also really like this yellow. I think it makes it pop. All those flowers. And then I thought I'd put a neutral in there. This is my least favorite, but if you guys like it, we can go with that brown neutral. What stencils? I'm not sure what you're talking about with stencils. But help me pick. Oh, those aren't stencils. Those are, this was a piece of scrapbook paper that had die cuts all in it of all the different flowers. And so yesterday we just, because they were all kind of these colors, just real plain. And so we, yeah, hi, Paula. Haven't seen you here in a little while. Welcome back. So, yeah, so I just did, it was kind of a mixed media day yesterday. I just put paints and inks and stencils and stamps all down on the background and some gold splatters. And then I punched out the flowers from the paper. And these are the flowers that we punched out. These are all the little flowers. And we're going to do something with these today. So these are all just the different, but you can see all the, the colors and stuff. This one came out of, like right here. So yeah, it was fun. It was fun just to put down, trying to see where this one came out of. It's fun to try to figure out where they went because, nope, it wasn't there. Anyway, I don't see exactly where this one came out, but Anyway, these just punched out of the page. Oh, no worries. And then, so the point yesterday was to take ugly scrapbook papers that we wouldn't use and turn them into something pretty. And so I had one of these papers that I just think is really ugly. I would never use that. And we turned it into this. So with that blue in there, I thought today maybe we could do something with the flowers to match that blue in there. But anyway, let's vote A, B, and C. Okay, so here are your choices again. This is A with the green background. Okay, and then B was the yellow. With some polka dots. Okay, and C was the brown. Okay, so A, B, and C. Which one do you guys like better for the background? And I'm going to use... you missed us. We missed you. A, no fence sitting, Paula. You know the rules. You got to pick one or the other. I have an A. Paula's vote doesn't count because she's waffling. She's sitting on the fence. There we go. A. So everybody likes A, which was the green. All right. So what I'm going to do, rather than try to paste all of this thing down, what I'm going to do is put some matte medium down and then just lay the paper on top, and then I'll put matte medium. Everybody likes it. And then I'll put the matte medium over the whole thing as well. Hi, Maritza. I'll put down like the top half and secure it down, and then I'll continue it on. This is probably the easiest way to put that down. All right. And it doesn't really matter which, oops, I've got one right here that didn't get punched out. One right down here in the corner. And that paint, if I got it on heavy in places, it kind of sealed up the line to punch it out. So it was harder. I had to work at it a little more. Okay, now I think that's everything. Let me put a little bit more down. My husband was so excited. He said, he just came down and he says, there's a great big box for you on the front porch. And I started to think, what in the world did I order that would come in a great big box? I realized I had been out of copy paper, so I ordered it from Amazon. Ordered a box of copy paper, and that's what was in the box. So it wasn't anything too exciting. All right, let's do, hang on. Let's use a layer to put this down. I can go back and add more if I've missed some spots, but stuff dries quickly. Gotta work quick. And one of the papers isn't exactly square, but we can cut that and we can fix that. Of course, having this fan on, blowing right on the matte medium doesn't help it any. Hi, KK. Hi, Caroline. So we're playing with the altered scrapbook paper that we made yesterday. All right, let me go around and just seal this down really good because actually let's do the top, and then that should push some of it down, and then we can brayer it. But I am going to do the top. That way, if I put anything down on here that I don't like, I can take it back up again. There, that's pushing it all down. Hey, Miss Juju. We're just sticking down this paper that we made yesterday. We're going to make something out of it today. Still not quite all sticking down, but we can stick some art glitter glue under there. And this is a tough one to glue down because it's got so many holes punched in it. And then I'll set this one aside and let it dry while we work on the other one. One of the benefits of putting matte media down over the top is that if you use, if you do something on top of, the paper, like we're going to put down some more color, just different stuff, and see, it's not really smearing a little bit, and I've got a lot of inks on here. You can wipe it up because you've got this protective coat. So, and you can put stuff like I do have the ink on there, so I can put stuff on it now and it won't smear the ink because it's got that protective layer. So this has been kind of a mixed media project. Pam, how's the cabin? I'm sure it's heavenly. All right, I'm going to set this aside. We'll let it dry. And we'll work on Young folk talk. All right, so there's that. Now, let's pull out this page that we did yesterday. And I need to get my pizza trimmer out here. I need to cut off this. All right. Alrighty then. I think I had it going this way. Now we can, here's what I was thinking with this. I was thinking we might doodle on some of these flowers and make like a journaling or, a page for a, hey, Lori B. And we could, so I've got like this one that I wrote on. I can go over it with some white as well. But we could put some flowers and make a journal card. And then we could maybe make some, I don't know, like a little girl sitting on this flower. We could turn the petals this way. We could have a kid sitting on this. I don't know. Shall we make a journal card for one of the things that we do with this? Let's make a journal card. I'm going to go from this side over here because there's more of that blue over here. And we'll have to put a backing on this, but that's okay. No, I'm going to do this side. Yeah, we'll do all of that. I'm just getting started. All right, so there's 4 by 6 or 4 by 5.5. I think I'll do 4 by 5.5. All right. And actually, I like this bigger one. I like the positioning of the blue, but I need to get some. I know what I want to use on the back. Hang on. I gotta get it. Ouch. Ouch, that fell on my foot. Oh, I don't know if I can get to it. I've got some crafts cardstock back there, and I don't think I can get to it. So instead of the, oh, there's a piece of it right here. I found the piece by my printer. We'll do this. They did. Someone was saying, was it in this group or was it a video I was watching? Somebody talked something about how scraps multiply. I'm like, oh my word. For me, it's boxes multiply. So I was on Facebook Marketplace last night, just looking. I didn't buy anything. I do have a problem, I have to admit. That was you saying that. Okay. I knew it was somebody yesterday. And there was a listing for 9 boxes full of books, and it wasn't very expensive. And I thought, holy cow, what I could do with 9 boxes of books, because they were all kinds of books. And then I thought, no, Cheryl, you don't need 9 boxes of books. You barely have room to store the stuff that you have. So I passed on the 9 boxes of books. Hey, Tammy, I was good. And then there was another guy. He's not in like this, the realm that we work in. He sells vintage like ephemera and stuff like that. And he was selling a $50 box of ephemera, which could have had like old letters. It was a large flat rate box that he was going to fill up with everything. And there we go. I was thinking I don't know, I'm not going to. I was going to seal that, but I'm not going to. So I'm just laying it out right now. So don't get too up in arms that I haven't distressed it yet. I'm just trying to find a place for all of this. All right. Do you guys like that layout? And then we'll put some little people on it. I love doing these messy lines. In fact, I'm going to go around a third time. There, we've got 3 times around that one. This one, I guess we could just put like a dot and then a line. In fact, I want to maybe use something a little bit thicker. What if we use the Stabila wall? Then we can put a little bit of water on it. Oh yeah, that's a lot darker. That looks better. Yep, I just pulled it out. Great minds think alike. All right. Now I was going to put because I can put the white pen over this and have both on here. That's funny, Juju, because I just saw my white pen up there. I was like, oh yeah, gotta add some white to this. I wish I had my gold pen still, but I don't. Okay, let's let that dry for a minute. And let's I'm looking for just a scrap piece of paper that I can write on. Okay, this one's really dark, so I think I might add some white, and I'm going to go one more time around with the white on this one. There we go. And then now let's let that dry. So that's got the white. This one's dry now, so let's do you guys know this trick? If your gel pen stops working, like rub it on your hand because apparently that heats up the tip and gets the ink flowing again. Thank you. This was kind of where I started in the whole before I ever did junk journals. I did mixed media many, many years ago. Okay, there's that with some black and white. Now I do want to put a little bit more black on this one. That's not going to do it. So I should get out my Posca pens. So it's all about the layers, right? Oops, that doesn't go there. All right. I love how that one came out. We can put a little button in the middle. We can put fibers in the middle. I could make some little spirals. It does make a mess. Oh, yeah, I think I'll stick. I mean, as much as I like my fire, I think on that front, I will stick with the back of the hand trick. And then so again, if you don't, you're not going to have these same flowers because you don't have the punch out paper like I do, but you can just take a piece of even cardstock, plain cardstock, and do the mixed media thing on it, and then just take some dies and die cut it. All right, so I think on this one, hang on a sec, let me see where my, see. Here's a brand new Posca pen that I have never used before. Got to get something up in that corner though, over that blob. Should we just move everything over to the other side? There, we'll go that way and then just kind of cover up that blob. I know, and you can get the same flower shapes from dies. I just happen to have that paper pack that had the punch outs. So what's everybody doing today? All right, let's see what this does. This thing is about 10 years old. Yep, that works. So what I want to do here, there, look at that. We've got a little, I wonder if I have a white plastic. Did at one time. Let me look. Hmm. Okay. I've got a couple of different, this is galaxy markers. Oh, it all dried out. The nib broke on it. I had it for too long. But I do have this Pitt artist marker. That I can, it's a real faint white though. It doesn't really stand out, but it's one more layer. And like I said, with the whole mixed media thing, it's just about layers. All right, so there's that one. I think that one's done, except we might want to ink around the edges. So let's see, what do we want to do in the middle of this one? Should we put a button there? Or should I put like a colored, we can put a flat back pearl there, or not pearl, those are enamel dots. And then I could put another one here in the middle of my spiral. And then we could put just a little do the bright green. No, I've got this color. Love the dots. Hi, Jacqueline. That one there. And then so they're kind of three different colors. So let's go with that. I'm just playing. I'm just experimenting, you guys. Now, do we need to do a little bit of yeah, maybe not black soot. That might be a little too much. Let's do the what's Wendy? You thought who was selling? Oh, a Brad in the middle. That would be cute too. But I've already got these enamel dots. We'll do more flowers. We could put Brads in the middle. I don't know if I have anything really big enough. Oh, I have all those Brads that I sell. I could pull something out of there. This is kind of grunging it up a little, which is cool. Go away, little bug. All these little tiny bugs, and the bug guy was just here. We get so many bugs out because we're out in the country. When we first moved in here, I don't know how the people before us lived because they moved out and like we moved in a couple days later. So it wasn't like the house sat for a long time. And we had, well, they called them American roaches. They weren't great big cockroaches like you think, when you think about cockroach. But they would come out at night and they were so disgusting. So we quickly got a pest control company and had them come out. And they had to come out a couple of times to treat them to get rid of them, but haven't seen them since. So, and then when we got our new refrigerator the other day, yay, I got a new refrigerator. When that refrigerator we had in here came with the house, and we had not ever moved out that refrigerator from the wall. Well, actually it's in a little like cubby, like a wooden cabinet. Ooh, wasps are nasty. Hey, Susan. So when we pulled that refrigerator out the other day, I thought, oh lordy, I'm gonna see all kinds of dead, those roaches back from when we first moved in, because they were definitely underneath the freezer or the refrigerator. But it was so clean under there. There wasn't dust, a little bit of dust. There were no bugs, no. All right, there's that. So Susan, we're using up the stuff we created yesterday. Does it need anything behind it? And do we need, hang on. I could put a little bird on one of these petals, but I was thinking maybe I'm running out of seated people. He could have his little arm resting up on that flower petal. And let's see what else I have in here. She could be standing on that petal. And let's see if I have one other thing for the top one. That's going to be too big. What do you guys think about that? And she would stand right on that petal there. What do you guys think about that? Do you like it? I know I don't even have to ask Cheryl. I know she loves her Timmy people. All right, let's put down. Is it too busy with all the people? Should I just have one? I like him because he's sitting. Should I just have one? Or no, one's not enough. Yeah, I like all the people too. I'm just seeing if. Oh, because she could be standing on top of the enamel dot. And then I'm going to put him back up here. Pull this down. We'll put her on the enamel dot. There we go. And then we'll put him back here. Leaning on the flower. All right, you guys, there it is. That's the final. All right, now I got to find in this mess somewhere what I did. Oh, crap. I knocked all those flowers off my desk. They're everywhere now. I gotta find my art glitter glue. I still have all the stuff on my desk from working yesterday. And it's crazy. What did I do with my art glitter glue? Put it back here. No, there it is. Okay, I'm just going to tack these down for right now in the center so that I don't, well, That one I'm not sure about yet. I want to get these. I want to get these down before I put her on, because I got to position her between the two. So let's get, all right, so we have that. And we have him. You were on. I can't tell you how many times I've done something like that. You know what my big thing is I'll put my phone in my pocket and then I forget that it's in my pocket. And so I go to look for it and I can't find it. So I'll go on my iPad and I'll do my find my phone. And the thing will start ringing. I'll be like, oh, it's really close. And I'll start like tearing my desk apart looking for it. But then it's, like, and then I'll go over to my other table, but the ringer on the phone seems to move. Like it's not, it doesn't just stay where in that one spot. I'm like, how is it moving? Then I realize it's in my pocket. So every time I move, the phone moves as well. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Ink up him a little. I didn't do the little guy, but he's so little. I want to get rid of some of those white edges. I know. I know. Yep. The other thing I'll do sometimes is I'll make something and it'll have a little warp to it. So I'll put it under this mat because I usually have a ceramic tile on this. And so I'll put it under the mat to flatten it out, put some weight on it. And then when I want to go use it, for the life of me, I can't find it. All right, there's that. Now, let's put that one right there. And put her standing on the, I thought that puts her up really high, so I want to bring this down a little bit. Yeah, the crazy things that we do. I haven't done this in a long time, but I have been known to be searching my house for my glasses because I mean, I don't, I have to have them to read and to really see anything detailed, but I mean, I can see without I think I might put her down here. I don't have to have them to, just walk around the house or whatever. And sometimes I'll forget to put them on and I'll be walking around the house looking all over for my glasses. And I'll ask my husband, have you seen my glasses? He said, yeah, I have. Where are my glasses? On your head? I don't really do much in the way of Halloween. It's not a huge holiday for me. I just at my last sale sold a book that had tons of Halloween ephemera in it. It was like Halloween. It was through the years, all the different like Halloween decorations and all kinds of stuff. And it was a huge book. And I sold that at my last sale. I might make a tag or two and give it away. I have done some stuff. Do what all the time? Have her glasses on her head and then wonder where they were? Uh yeah, I don't do a lot of I don't do a lot of Halloween crafting. Never really have. I used to decorate when my son was little. I used to decorate for Halloween quite a bit, and then that's got that on the back. And let me do some stitching real quick. Got all these things here. Pull it there. All right, so hang on. Let me get this. I'll go around this a couple of times and just kind of do a messy stitch. Oh, well, damn it. I don't have my thread in the needle, so it wasn't sewing. Has anybody ever done that before? The thread came out and you just were happily going along. So hang on a second. Happily sewing along and nothing was sewing. Go figure. Now I got to see if I can get this thing threaded. My eyes are good enough today. Oh, man. Nadia, did you ever get a sewing machine, dear? I know you said you didn't sew because you didn't have a sewing machine. Hmm. I need my magnifiers because I can't see the daggum hole in the needle. There it goes. All right. Halloween trick or treat at our campground. Oh. Oh. Now that sounds like fun. Because I'll tell you, any more these days, you can't just do trick or treating, letting your kids go out in the neighborhood because you don't know what kind of crazies are out there. You know what I'm waiting for to happen this year, and I hope it doesn't. But this fentanyl epidemic that we have going, oh, I'm going to have to sew that later because this thread is all bunching up. I'll sew it offline. I don't want to keep you guys waiting because the thread's all getting bunched up. But anyway, it'll have some thread around it. Do we need anything else on this? A word? Anything? I'm looking for my scissors. Oh, well, if you ever want to try working it, we can get on a live stream. I can help you. So anyway, that's going to have stitching all around. What do you guys think? Does it need anything more? Does it need a word right in here? I'm wondering if it does. I'm wondering if it needs a word. I don't know if I would use love in there, but it's an option. Oh, we have this. Fearless. These guys could be fearless. How about fearless in there? And maybe something behind it. Oh, I like that. I don't see either pair of my scissors, and my scissors have they have orange handles, so they usually stand right out. And then I've got another little piece. Then I've got these little clunky things. Let's see if I could tear off this piece of Sarah's sewing machine. When he quit, he bought the top of the line machine for my grandma. Aww. Should we put that little piece of should we put just that little bit of fabric behind it to give it a little texture? I think so. I'm surprised I haven't heard Miss Crafty Shamrock say, "Oh, just put that one in my box." She says that to me all the time when I make stuff that she likes. And I know she loves the Timmy people, or if I get something at a yard sale, and she'll be like, "I'll just put that in my box." There. And then I'll sew around it when I get my sewing machine all unclogged. You were trying to be nice. Do you like this one? Yeah, this is fun. Isn't that fun? But I don't like that piece under there. And I'll tell you why. Because it looks to me like glue that hasn't dried. There's not enough of it showing. So let me find something a little different. It just looked like nope, not that. Let's see what I've got in here. I don't know if this is the right thing or not, but let's try it. Susan, I saw that you got a seam ripper. She got a brand new seam ripper. I don't like that red in there. I don't like it. And if I don't like it, we're not going to have it. Here's a blue that matches better. Yep, I like that better. This is just a little piece of sari silk. How about black lace? Maybe if I could find some. Okay, so there's blue behind it. So that's one option. Come on, lay down. This is one option. And then let's see if I have some black lace. I don't have any in this box. I have black seam binding. Oh, that's dark. Well, here's a little piece of black lace. I'd have to cut it down. Okay, here's our two choices. There's a little bit of black lace. Found a little tiny piece. So there's black lace. Or maybe we could do both. Oh, maybe we do both. So we have the blue, so the black isn't so heavy looking. All right, let's put that down. Let's put that down. Come on. And then let's put that on top of it. So we've got the blue and the black. How about that, Nydia? There, how about that? With both. Darla! There's a little bit of black, a little bit of blue. KK says the right side seems bare. It's like it seems okay to me. because you don't have a lot of space to. I don't know. What do you guys think? I'm personally thinking it's okay, but that's just my opinion. What do you guys think? Um, because I really don't ever like to junk them up too much. Like this almost has too much on it for me, for my taste. That's just my taste. Yeah, I like it too. There. Now I need to glue this down a little bit more. Welcome back, Ms. Juju. All right, there it is. Is it too busy? It seems very busy. I like real simple things, and this one seems busy to me, but I do like it, and I do think it would be fun in a journal. What do y'all think? These three are fearless. And we used some of our flowers. Now let's see if this isn't quite dry yet, but almost. So I'm going to put a little heat gun on it. Okay, you guys, we could either cut off and make another like journal card or something, or I could turn this into a journal page. Or we could make like a belly band out of it. We could do all kinds of stuff. Thank you, Nydia. I'm gonna fill some spots that aren't really stuck down, but we can. What shall we make out of this? A pocket? We could make a pocket. We could make a like a triangle sized pocket. We could make a tuck spot. We could make the one I just made. This one. Yeah, doesn't it look so different once you start cutting it? You get it, down from the. Well, this will turn into something wonderful too. What shall we make with it? What shall we make? I've got to find some scissors here somewhere. We could turn that into a folio for a signature. What do you think about that? I need to cut off these extra. We could make it into a cover. But I think it would need to, what I would do if I was going to do it right now, instead of a cover, I would make a journal topper that would glue down, because this isn't sturdy enough for a whole journal cover. A folio, yeah, that I could do. Let's see, how big do we usually have our folio? Well, we take 8.5 by 11, right? Well, yeah, 8.5 by 11, because that's the size of a piece of paper. There we go. And what I was thinking with this one is that I would take a, well, no wonder that one wasn't working really well. It's not very dark. Okay, I want to do a little bit of Zentangling in here. Like, I want to, just do some doodling in these flowers. I've been looking at some of my tangles from years ago, but isn't that fun? Now, if you're doing this kind of doodling and some of the lines get too far apart, you can just squeeze another line in there, even if it doesn't go down all the way. Even if you only need to do it partial. There, what are you guys thinking about that? I got, okay, so you guys, I'm not going to do this whole flower. I'm just going to show you kind of the pattern that I'm going to put in it. And then I will finish it up offline. And then I can come back and show you. So that's what I'm thinking. Something like, where'd it go? Oh, there it is right there. Something like that. Okay. And then I'm not going to do every one of them. So I'll just fill that one in. And then let's see, what else can I put in one of these? Let's do this up here in this corner. I'm just going to do little @ symbols to fill the whole thing in. It's been a long time since I've done this doodling. And there we go. We've got kind of that thing going on with the I know I'm being quiet, but I'm drawing. All right, so there we go with that one. That'll be all filled in. And then I have like my favorite doodle. And I'll show it to you. And like I said, this stuff takes a long time, so I won't do it all online. But I think you guys will like this one. So this one, I'm going to make like little S shapes going across, and I'm going to start with that little dot that I made. And then we'll do the same thing on the next row. And then once you go all the way across, we'll just go that far. Then we turn it this way. And we go across this way. This is one of my favorite doodles. See how that looks? So I've got 3 different doodles here. Should I just do 3 and leave them at that and maybe put color in the others, or hmm. What do you guys think? Or should I just fill them all with doodles? And like this one, we can use the Posca pen like we did with the other one. Sorry guys, I'm concentrating. There. There we go. Hey, Gwen. So what do you think? Shall we just do the whole thing? So I could do what do you think, you guys? All the flowers with doodles? And just make this a doodle page? What do you guys think? I haven't done doodles in a long time. Okay. I have a vote for the whole thing, so we'll do the whole thing. And I'll probably have to come back and surprise you guys with it all finished because this will take me a long time to get them all. But look at that. Isn't that fun? And doodles don't have to be perfect. That's the fun thing about them. They don't have to be perfect. And then we'll do like a spiral in the middle. There we go. There's another one done. So we've got about 6 minutes, but yeah, look at that. Isn't that fun? These are really fun. We've got some smaller ones up there, and then we can go down into some bigger ones. So we can go small to big. So there's how that one will look. Any other, I know, isn't that fun? And then where you have extra space, you can plug in some little ones. So yeah, I'll have to finish those. Put the lid on this, and then we can turn it into a folio and put like you could put a big, you know, focal point on the middle there, or you could make this the center of a signature. That would be cool, wouldn't it? You could put a scene across here. Um, yeah, I'll have to go back and look at some of my old books on Zentangles and find some different ones. I do know that I do know a few more, but there's one I got to figure out where to put it in here. I don't want it right next to this one because it's similar, but there's one where you do you draw a grid with lines that are curved, and then you color in like you make like a checkerboard out of it, but they look like because it's curved, it looks like it's got dimension. So there's that one. All kinds of. Oh, yes, please hit my thumbs up. So I'll keep working on some doodles in here. And have you guys all seen my doodle books? We've got a couple minutes left. So, and this is where I'll probably look to get, hang on, let me grab it. That's not my doodle book. There's my doodle book. So here's my doodle book. This is my mixed media book. I'll show you this sometime. So look at that. These are all drawn by hand. Just, oh, I like that one too. Look at that one, you guys. Look at that. This reminds me of a purse. Oh, this is a fun pattern too. I love this pattern. I don't think I can really do it in the flowers, but look at that pattern. So I just do a bunch of blocks, and this one I love too. I just drew, a bunch of lines and then, shadowed them. So I had like a pattern on here, and then I drew little circles in between all of that. It took a long time. And that one with some paisleys. Love that one. This reminds me of the Wizard of Oz kind of thing, a lollipop field. Some waves in there. My amoebas. This took forever. Look at all the little tiny, like I drew every single one of those. That one took a long time too. I used to sit for hours and do this one. Look at that. This is the one that probably took the longest. Isn't that amazing? No, I have not yet, because the last printer I had turned these all like a weird pinkish color, and it wasn't the ink. I couldn't get them to print, so I got to try again now that I have a new printer. Look at the flowers. Aren't those fun? This is my hand. And I doodled in my hand. I know. The hearts. Oh, there's some in color. This was a stencil, a leaf stencil that I put down, and I, drew around the stencil. And then here's more of those little spirals in the whole thing. But then what I did, everywhere there was a blank space, I filled it in with black. So again, I mean, these things just took hours and hours and hours. I think that's as far as I went. Yep. Yep. I used to be hooked on these. You want to do a quick thumb through of my mixed media journal? Back when I did a lot of mixed media. Now, this was like the first one I did, and it's very rudimentary, but delight in the little things. This I hate, this I hate. They're clunky and but I keep them in there because they were my first ones. And we started getting better. Home with the little paper clips on a banner, and then the backgrounds. Oh, I used to spend so much time making my backgrounds. This is some of that. You remember when I did the texture paste and then I did the pan pastels over it for color? That's what this is. I did the background. It says try new things, because I did the butterfly as a stencil with texture paste, and then the flowers, and then I colored them with the pan pastels. And this guy is my favorite little guy. It says every day is an adventure. And here's a technique I had forgotten about, like go around little circles and then put little, squiggles in the lines. I forgot all about that. This I have blown up and framed, and it's hanging on my wall this side. Create a beautiful life. I should probably scan some of these and put them up there too. Look at, I took a bunch of, this is not thread. It's, I don't remember exactly what it was, but it's not thread. It's stiff. Made a little bird's nest. This is all texture paste with white gesso over it. And then I did this one. This was a stamp that's sitting over on my shelf. And then I colored in all the flowers and stuff. This is my ode to the 70s. Isn't that fun? And this, y'all know, okay, y'all know I haven't get insomnia. So I made this one night. It says insomnia, thief in the night. And this was an image that I cut out. This was an image that I had that I colored. And then this is texture paste to make kind of a wall. And then I colored all of that. Here's another one with birds and butterflies and lace. Here's my dream. I really like this one too. I said I put a lot of work into my backgrounds. This is too scattered for me. It doesn't really pull together as a, I don't know, it doesn't look cohesive. I guess if you did just this side and maybe just this side, but then you would need some words or something over here too. This I never finished. This is texture paste. And then I was going to do the, there's something here that came off, a button or something. This was going to be colored in too. And then this one says fall, perfect for the season coming up, but I need to put, a button fell off of there. Got a little bicycle, some washi tape. I got a little bit of everything on here. There was a time a while back where I had a heart problem. I had atrial fibrillation and I had to go in the hospital because it turned out to be just work stress, which is one of the reasons I quit my job. My heart rate would go down to 35 and then it would skyrocket up super high and they couldn't get it controlled. And so when I got out of the hospital, I made this. This is her, and she's ignoring the heart. Heart says, I've been trying to get your attention for weeks. And so that was my ode to, and it must have been about the time I was 55, because this was my 55. When I turned 55, I made this spread. I love this one. Look at all the texture in this. There's just so much texture in the clouds. I took some tissue paper and crinkled it up to make the ocean, and then I put some gesso on some of them for waves. This is the froth, when the waves come crashing in. And then down here is sand. This is actually, it's grit paste or it's real sand. I don't remember, but this was one of my favorites. This one I made and it had gears on it and stuff, and I didn't like it. So I gessoed over it, and then I just never came back and did it. We should work in this once in a while. Oh, this is fun. Look at this one, you guys. The world of reality has its limits. The world of imagination is boundless. So I made that. Haven't finished this one. I didn't do with that. This was just the background with some texture paste and different purple colors. This one is okay. Some days I just want to fly away. It's okay, not my best. Same with this one. It's okay, not my best. I cut this little baby out of a magazine. I don't know. I could probably do something more with it, but I've never come back to it. This one I like. Spread your wings and soar. And I like that one. Oh, this was one I did early on. Sweet as can be. Not a very fancy one. Oh, this one was fun. Look at the background. Has all texture paste around it. And then I had this, I drew a heart. And then this, where all these little hearts are, they were stamped. This was a stamp. And I put down the stamp, and then I did clear embossing powder over, the colors. And then I took actual thread and tied them onto the string at the top. And it says, follow your heart. Oh, thank you, Casey. Here's one I started, never did anything with. This is my favorite one of all time. It says, if you're lucky enough to be different, then never change. So I took this little girl. She had the glasses and the pigtails, and she was carrying this purse. And I put feathers on her. I took some beads and strung them and gave her a long necklace, and she's got a little rose. The dog has a hat on it with, the hat was already, no, yeah, I think the hat was already there, but I put black lace and a little bling. I love this one. Ah, this is a sweet one. I put googly eyes on them. Today is absolutely perfect. And I just took some paper and tore them in the rough shape of flowers. And then I like, oh, here's a spiral I did with little white dots in the middle. That'd be cute. I just did some doodling on them, and then I drew in the shape of the flowers. So the paper behind is, and then I just cut some leaves, and I don't know. This was done with a credit card, this little grass down here. I just put it in some ink and stamped it on there. Oh, this is another fun one. This lady was in a Raleigh magazine. You know how they have the city magazines? And so I cut her out and I said, every girl needs a bit of whimsy. I did a background, a butterfly. These are some of those like pearly drop thingies. Put sponge down here. This is like sequin material, but it's like flakes. And I just put a bunch of glue down and put the flakes down. Gave her a little bow. So she was fun. So that's all I have in here. We should come back and work on this sometime, do a mixed media piece. Because I did a lot with, as you can see, with the backgrounds. I mean, yeah, if we could do something with that, I don't know what, but yep. So that was my mixed media days. Thank you. Hey, Kathy. Good to see you. Haven't seen you in a while. So this we'll continue working on. I'll put doodles. I might put a thick spiral like with the Posca pen and put the little white dots in it. Maybe I could do it with this one and just keep going all the way around inside the lines, but then put the white dots in it. I think I might do that. I got to order some more Posca pens. But anyway, we're over. So I'm going to let you guys go, but we could do a belly band out of this one that we have left, or we could do a little pocket. So I'm going to let y'all go, and I'll do some more work on this. And yeah, in fact, I see something I already want to do. I want to go around the actual outside of the flower. And I want to frame that in. That'll look better. All right, folks, I'm going to let you go. And I'm looking to where I put my mouse because I know I moved it out of the way so I wouldn't accidentally hit it. But you know I can't find it. There it is. All right, folks, I'm going to kind of keep working on all of this, and I will see you Friday. Don't be surprised if Friday comes and I put up an art before ABB is canceled today. I have got to get my invoicing done. So it depends on how much I get done today and tomorrow. If I need Friday, because I want to have them all done by Sunday. So thank you, Gwen. All right. So it depends on how far I get the next 2 days. All right. See y'all later. Love y'all. Bye.